Many men over 50 are living alone. It seems like a choice, but behind it lies a dark side that almost no one talks about. The loneliness they face can be destroying not only their health, but their mind and even their life. In this video, I will reveal what lies behind this silence and why it should worry you. Prepare to understand a growing problem, invisible to many, but that already traps millions in a silent trap that few want to see. Joe is 55 years old and has been living alone for almost 5 years. After a difficult divorce, he decided it was better to be alone. But this loneliness is not just silence. It is a weight that squeezes the chest, steals the will to get out of bed, and makes the days darker. Joe is not an isolated case. Millions of men face this emptiness every day, hidden behind closed doors. Few realize how dangerous this loneliness can be for their lives. Have you ever thought about how many men around you live this silent struggle? Maybe your father, uncle, friend, or even yourself. Loneliness often disguises itself as independence, but it's just a mask hiding fear, sadness, and a sense of abandonment. Many hide this pain to avoid seeming vulnerable, because showing weakness is taboo. But this pain is real and devastating, and the silence around it can be an even crueler prison. The loneliness these men face is not just about being physically alone. It attacks the mind, creating a void that seems impossible to fill. Over time, this silent isolation becomes a poison that corrodes mental health. Anxiety, depression, and dark thoughts begin to appear. The real danger lies in ignoring these signs, because loneliness can be fatal if left unattended. What would you do if you were in their place, trapped in silence? Since youth, many men are taught to be strong, to not show weakness. This pressure pushes them into cruel silence. Asking for help is seen as weakness, and many prefer to face everything alone. This invisible barrier traps them, making loneliness not just a choice, but a silent prison where few can escape. But what is the real cost of this highly valued strength when it destroys from within? Have you thought about why it's so hard for many men to talk about their feelings? What does society really gain from this? Could this strength pattern be destroying more than protecting? These questions are uncomfortable but essential to understanding the problem. Male loneliness is not an individual failure, but a reflection of a culture that fails to embrace. Are we ready to change this reality? Research shows something alarming. Men living alone after 50 have up to 30% higher chances of dying from heart problems. Loneliness is not just emotional chest pain. It manifests in the body, weakening the heart, knocking down the immune system, and accelerating life's wear. What seemed like just a choice may be a silent sentence. Did you know loneliness could cost life itself? The worst part is that many of these men don't seek help. They grew up in a generation that saw vulnerability as weakness, showing pain, no way. This silence only reinforces loneliness, trapping even more men in a spiral of invisible suffering. Seeking help seems impossible, and the cost of this invisible barrier can be life itself. How do we break this cycle that slowly kills in silence? What leads so many men to this loneliness? Bitter divorces, retirement leaving an emptiness, children who live their lives far from home. All this creates an invisible web of abandonment. The social network that once gave support disappears, leaving a hole many don't know how to fill. It's a difficult cycle to break, pushing more and more men into isolation. Do you notice this around you? Isolation affects not only the mind, but also the body. Prolonged loneliness weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, and can accelerate aging. What seemed just an emotional state turns into a real threat to life. Men who live alone have lower quality of life, more diseases, and a shorter life expectancy. Loneliness isn't just sad, it's dangerous. Did you know that? But not all is lost. Therapies, support groups, and online communities have helped many men break free from this cycle of loneliness. Finding new connections, investing in hobbies, and seeking emotional help are steps that can transform lives. Change begins with small gestures, and many are rediscovering they don't have to face this battle alone. Are you ready to take that first step? The World Health Organization has declared male mental health a global crisis. Ignoring loneliness among men over 50 is turning a blind eye to a silent epidemic that kills thousands every year. This problem is not just personal, it's an urgent social issue that needs to be faced head-on, and you can be part of the change. How will you act in the face of this reality? Do you know any man who lives this loneliness? Or are you going through it yourself? Recognizing the problem is the first step to breaking free from this invisible prison. Don't underestimate the power of silence. It can consume life before you even notice. Change begins when we face the truth. No matter how hard it is, what will your choice be from now on? Don't let loneliness dominate your life or that of someone you love. Like this video, share it to reach those who need to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel. Here, we'll keep uncovering secrets that can change your emotional health and help you live better. Even after 50, the time to act is now. The first step is in your hands, and will be by your side.